We've missed a deadline, apparently.
Yes, you have. Yesterday was December the 3rd, my friends. And yesterday was the absolute best day to put up your Christmas tree.
I knew it. Dang it.
You knew it. Did you not do it yet?
I didn't do it.
You haven't put your tree up yet.
No.
Now, do you have one? Are you doing fake or are you going to go real?
No, we do real.
Okay, well, do you go to one of the little tree farms, take a picture with your kid and do that?
I plan
or
to
just
do
go
that.
buy one?
I plan to do that this year since Santiago's first, Christmas tree.
No.
Well, according to tradition,
Yeah.
here's the weird thing. You see those advent calendars? Before I get into the tradition thing, advent calendars. You know what those
Of course,
are?
I had one
Yeah.
growing up every single year.
And now they have different themed advent
They
calendars.
got Lego and Barbie and chocolate and all these things. Okay, so a lot of times you just think, oh, there's a little treat I'm going to have. I open the door and a little treat comes out. So according to tradition, advent calendars are supposed to start December 3rd. I did not know this. It says Sunday was the first day of the Advent, as in Advent calendars. Most people just use them as an excuse to eat chocolate, but the traditional Advent varies by year. It always starts 4 Sundays before Christmas. That would have been yesterday. Per tradition, you're supposed to open the first door of your calendar on December 3rd, and that is the best day to put up your Christmas tree. But a lot of people just start on the 1st because that's when the calendar starts on the 1st. You go
That's what I
1 to
thought.
24.
Counts it.
And then you have
Yeah.
Christmas Day. December 3rd
Weird.
is the absolute best day to put up your Christmas tree so you can enjoy it for the season and you get the 4 Sundays of the Christmas season. January 6th is when you take it down. That's the 12 days of Christmas are over January 6th. If you are one of my new neighbors, my Christmas lights will be on until January 6th.
Sometimes you don't have that option,
I
though.
don't like
If
it.
you're using a real tree like Sam plans on doing,
Oh, yeah,
January 6th, it's a fire hazard because it's nothing but needles. Now, Sam, here's something you might want to look out for because I was always about the real tree my whole life.
You're not going to change my opinion.
But when my daughter was a toddler, she had horrible allergies to it. Like she would break out.
Onions clearly work,
She
Brian.
couldn't breathe.
Yes, for those that missed
so
that,
we had to
Santiago
switch to
slept with an onion in
artificial.
his room last night to clear his congestion.
So I'm just going to put onions in my tree,
Really?
and I'll be
This is perfect.
fine.
You're going to scare
And
Santa
it
away
might
is what you're going to
also-
do.
And the onions might also chase away the praying mantis babies.
Yes.
That went viral
you
over the
see
last
that?
few days. If you've seen that.
Yeah.
About having a real tree.
You're
that
not
was
changing my opinion, guys.
praying mantis
Oh.
baby nest that then hatched.
Oh, yeah.
And there's women out these
Yeah.
bugs everywhere. And I was like, oh, Lord have mercy. I cannot with this.
Oh, God.
I know. It's so horrible. I drove by the grocery store yesterday and I saw the fresh trees out in the front,
Yes.
And when we went inside, I told my kids, I go, y'all, this is my childhood. Like the smell of the Christmas trees. Because when we were kids, we always had a real one. And God bless my poor mom, Mama Christy, the things that she went through with 5 kids and no help. We were always like, yay, the Christmas tree. My mom has really severe eczema.
Oh, yeah.
And Christmas trees are horrible for her eczema.
Dries out your skin,
And as we
yeah.
were children, I remember a couple times, as I got older, my mom was like, do you guys think we should try a fake tree this year? And my God, the protests that would happen in our house. I would flip
Absolutely,
tables.
yeah.
Absolutely not. Absolutely
Once you go artificial, you will not go back because
in the
I
90s,
always
they
loved
didn't
the.
have good trees like they have now.
Oh, they're amazing now, but I always loved the real tree. Here's something strange. Did any of you ever hear of something like this? When I was a little kid, my mom and dad, they would have the tree, but they wouldn't decorate it. Like it would be like Christmas Eve, and we just had a pine tree in our house, and we'd wake up Christmas morning, and the tree would be fully decorated, and then we knew.
Well,
it
that
was
was back in the
Christmas.
days when they put candles on the trees.
Oh,
still,
Right, you
Right.
stop
Called a
it.
Tannenbaum.
My God.
And everybody,
No, I mean,
like
they only
Dickens on
did
the
that.
Strand, and they're wearing the hats and the bows.
They
With the
only
figgy
did it for
pudding
like a
inside.
year or
Figgy
two.
pudding and all that.
But we certainly didn't put it up as early. Now I usually put it up like on Thanksgiving. Like finish the meal, and then my tree went up on Thanksgiving
Yeah,
Day.
usually Thanksgiving weekend is a very popular weekend. This year for me, it was a totally different story. I started the day after Halloween. Okay, I have to
The
throw
day
this.
after Halloween, you put your tree up?
Oh, the tree was actually up the day before Halloween. It just
Oh
wasn't
my
decorated.
God.
Very
I
festive.
got it out of the box. You got to fluff that thing. And here's the key to the fake trees. People don't realize how real it can look the longer you spend fluffing the branches of the tree. And it hurts because those branches are not, they're plastic, but they'll get at you. You got to wear like those blue nitrite gloves you can get in the grocery store. Nitrile, is that what they're called? And so those will give better grip as you try and fluff every branch. And the thing is, I'm a pro now, I think. Maybe in my spare time, because I have so much of it, I could help you do this. With every branch of a fake tree, because it's smushed in the box and it kind of goes up.
Yes.
Okay, when it comes down, all the branches are kind of like squished together. So you have to actually go in there and pull them back and pull them out and pull them and spread them forward. And that's how you get a full, fluffy fake tree.
Or you do what I do. If you are somebody that has a house and nobody lives with you in that house, when Christmas is over, I just basically lift it up and I carry it into the spare bedroom and put it in
Ryan's
there.
tree's on rollers.
It could be.
Rolls it like a
I do
deck
take
chair.
off the decorations. I
Rolls
take
it
off
like
the
a deck chair.
decorations, but I leave the lights on because it's always fun to decorate the tree the next year.
Okay, I need to switch gears from trees to still cold weather things, but Special K, I need you to look at my computer screen. And what do I have here on my computer screen that you see?
It looks like some type of iPhone with a device getting pushed on it.
Getting turned on by a hot dog sausage.
What?
Wait.
Do you know how when you
I gotta
have
come
gloves on because your
I
hands are
was like,
cold?
Kev, that is not what you described.
Okay. Instead of a finger to open up the iPhone, it's a sausage.
it's a hot dog.
Yeah, they're using a hot dog where the finger button. That's where remember iPhones used to have the little circle, the button,
Yes.
where you'd put your finger on it.
Yes.
So it's an older iPhone that still has the button, and they're putting a hot dog on top of it.
And it unlocks it?
It unlocks it.
It's learning it.
You-
It's currently learning it, and it's going to unlock it.
Yeah.
When you wear gloves, as many times we've all seen now, you can buy those gloves where the one finger is able to
Yes.
operate your smartphone. Otherwise, you can't use your smartphone if you have regular gloves on because it's cold
Electrostatic,
outside.
something or other.
Exactly. It has to do with electricity. A UK mathematician named Hannah Fry made a video explaining why gloves don't always work on cell phones. But guess what does? Sausages, hot dogs, and pickles. Pickles.
Well,
I would not have guessed pickles.
it may have been
She
relevant
says-
when they still made these things. They don't
Right.
even make those phones anymore.
She says humans, sausages, and pickles can store an electrical charge and conduct it. So when you touch your iPhone screen, not just the button, this video is the
Oh,
button.
the screen,
The
okay.
screen. Your stored charge connects with the grid inside. A wooden utensil or a glove does not transfer the electricity, but a pickle, a hot dog, and a sausage
Okay,
do.
we're going to do this tomorrow. Try it Tuesday. We got to bring a hot dog, get some hot dogs and pickles.
We'll
in
try
here.
Tuesday tomorrow. We're doing that. Remember that
Astronaut
toothpaste
food.
tube?
But we can do this
Russian
as a tack
chicken
on.
nugget food
we
for the
can,
astronauts.
we can
do
try
both.
and debunk it.
In the video of her story, Hannah Fry, the UK mathematician, says there was video going around of a brutally cold winter back in 2010 in South Korea where people were on the subways or wherever the train system was and they had sausages to operate their phones.
So weird.
Instead of
were-
a stylus,
Yes,
they're
because they
using
were
a
holding, because they were
sausage.
holding, they had gloves on
Because
couldn't
I like to
operate their
carry
phones.
a hot dog in my pocket
I just
one
use
looks
my
as
nose.
opposed to a stylus.
Use
Are
your
you serious?
nose.
Stop.
Yes, I swear to God. If
No.
you do that, and then you can click it. Your nose does the same thing.
I would think I get a
But does it when it's cold outside? Like I
Yeah,
just
look,
came from
I'm putting my
ungodly
passcode
cold.
in.
Honestly,
You got a
I
little
have
cross-eyed with it, but
I have seen I've seen a
What have you seen?
I'm glad we're getting this on film.
I've seen an individual who was handicapped and did not have the full use
Of their arms.
of his arms,
Hands and
and
nose.
he did utilize his tongue and his nose.
The tongue works too.
oh wow.
Yes, and
Try
he
the
was
tongue
able
I don't
to.
I'm
think
not
I'd wanna
looking at my
do that,
phone.
though.
My
They-
phone is
I know.
dirty.
They say
I
that the
know.
cell phone is the filthiest thing on earth.
Unless you
Maybe-
Worse
wipe it
than a
right.
public toilet
He
seat.
keeps his really clean, but I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
it worked though. His
Yeah.
static charge went through his.
So this
Wow.
looks like a Hebrew national hot dog that's on this phone.
That's funny.
Take your Hebrew national hot dog or your Costco dog.
But it's learned that hot dog. Guess what? That hot dog in a day is not going to be like that hot dog was. It's going to shrivel.
well, that's only if you cook it. I think a raw hot dog will hold its form.
I think so.
And plus,
Oh,
I
I
don't
don't
think
know
about
about
that hard,
that.
Ryan.
Especially-
Chase.
yeah,
So
especially-
weird.
so cold.
It's going to be 73 degrees
Do they
today.
keep
I
the
don't know
hot
if it's going
dogs
to
in
hold
their
that
pockets
for.
like in a Ziploc snack bag and be like, okay, time for me to get out my hot dog and open my phone up. We could do like Sam.
And use your nose.
Should we do the video of Sam opening her phone with her with her
Her
nose and
nose.
doing the
Yeah,
Curb
go
Your
ahead.
Enthusiasm theme again?
Open it up.
Like, if you go to KRBE's Instagram, you'll see me missing my
swipe it up.
armhole, and then Sam's opening her phone. Ryan, when we were on the air on Friday, we had the cameras rolling in here, and what people did not realize happened during the calls, I got distracted, and nobody even noticed that I didn't even listen to what the caller was saying because I had my jacket here, and I went to put on my jacket, and somehow I missed the armhole. It was a puffier jacket than this. And I just go like this.
You fell?
And then I start laughing because nobody saw that I missed my jacket. And it was really fun. We put that on Instagram with the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme song. The next one can be Sam opening her phone with her nose. It's like there's an old school TV show where a witch would wiggle her nose and do things. Sam is using her
Bewitched.
nose.
And guess what her
Bewitched.
name was?
Samantha.
Samantha!
But you don't have a husband named Darren.
That you know of.
Oh, really?
Oh.
I love
Yeah,
these
you
stories about how people overcame something, or maybe somebody tried to put you in your place. Like they just basically made you feel like you were never going to amount to anything. And look at you now.
Or as Firefighter Ross, one of our super friends of the Real Ryan Show, says, this is dog grooming tips, right? Is that the right segment? Dog grooming tips?
Oh, that was because somebody called in last week about that. No, we would like
How
to
to get your
avoid those kind of calls.
Nails.
We would like to avoid those kind of calls.
Thanks for listening, Ross. Say hi to your whole firehouse. Okay, 713-390-KRBE. We are starting off with Katrina. Good morning, Katrina. Happy Monday to you. Welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning, Katrina.
Happy Monday, y'all.
Thanks.
Happy Monday.
I'm doing well, thank you.
Good. Okay, Katrina, let's hear your Look at Me Now story.
Okay, I am a long-time listener and long-time caller, and I went to prison in 2010.
You went where?
To prison.
Prison. Okay.
Can you tell us for what?
Okay.
For an assault charge
Okay.
that I was charged with in 2002. And as of September, my father-in-law told me I couldn't start a nonprofit, and I have 36,000 followers on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
And I started a domestic violence nonprofit that has now been in business since September 2021.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Now, take me back for a second here. You're in prison in 2010. How long did you serve? When did you get out? And then from that time to starting your nonprofit, how much time passed?
I served 17 months. I got out in 2012, completed parole in 2013, and I've been an executive assistant to CEO since then because I went to college when I was in there. And then in 2019, I started TikTok. And then I got a really large following, and I just prayed on it and asked what to do with it. And then I was told to start a nonprofit for domestic violence, which was actually my charge.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I did. And we've been in business for
What
2
was
years
what
now.
was the turning point? Like, in other words, how did you go from somebody like you were clearly troubled at one point in your life where you engaged in domestic violence? What was the wake up call for you? I mean, was it prison or?
Yes.
Okay.
How did
Absolutely.
How did you get all those followers? You said you found TikTok and you
I
got
don't
all these
know.
followers, but how did they find you? Or what
I don't
were you
know.
doing?
I kind of got into a race to 20K with some truckers, and then the next thing I know, I started a crew, and then it's called Trina's TikTok crew, but it's Evan Safe Harbor _TTTC on TikTok.
Oh, Evan Safe
and
Harbor.
I'm,
Oh, yeah, Katrina's called us.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
remember?
yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
I've
yeah.
talked to y'all
Evan's-
before.
Yes.
We
Evan
have
Safe
done all of
Harbor.
this with no working capital and out of our pocket.
Oh, wow.
Everybody
Wow.
Jesus.
pitches in, zero working capital, zero donations. It's been all out of our own pocket, and then we make things like koozies and cups and T-shirts and hats.
Is
and
there a
things
way
like that.
people can make a donation?
They can go to evansafeharbor.org. They can use the Evan Safe Harbor Cash App.
Okay.
Where does the money go, Katrina? Tell everyone who benefits from the money
We
you're
help
raising.
women. Like we make no money off of this. Everybody is volunteer. We make no money.
Mm-hmm.
It all goes towards paying for our website, the bills, paying for the bills for our website, and keep our emails up. And to people who we helped one woman get from Indiana to Texas.
Wow.
We helped another family get in a hotel room for 3 nights on this woman's low growth birthday. We don't have permanent shelter. That's our ultimate goal at the end, is to have one apartment complex for men and one for women.
Yeah.
But we're not there yet. We will get there. I have full confidence. I love the fact that my father-in-law told me I couldn't do it, and that I was trying to compete with this 10-year-old daughter to get famous on TikTok, which was
Oh,
not
my
my goal
God.
at all.
That's
Oh, my God.
terrible.
And then I said nothing, and I sent him a copy of my tax ID number and my nonprofit
Look at you.
501c3 certification.
Look at you now,
Yeah.
Katrina.
Thank you so much for what you do. That is awesome.
Evans
We're all happy
Safe
for you.
Harbor. Evans
Yeah,
Safe
it's
Harbor.
EVANS
Mm-hmm.
SAFEHARBOR.org. That's us. And you'll be able to read how we started and everything and see the items that we make and even some of our battles, because we do Christmas drives too every year. This will be the
good
first
for
year that
you.
we haven't been able to do it, but we have done it. We donated to St. Michael's Orphanage last year, and then the year before that we did just to random children between $500 and $1,000 worth of Christmas presents.
I'm just curious, how come you can't do it this year? You didn't have enough donations to buy stuff?
Yeah, we didn't at all.
Okay.
Okay, Evans Safe Harbor. You can look it up. It's everywhere. It's on
TikTok.
Facebook.
We're on
Facebook.
Google. It's TikTok. It's _TTTC, and then I'm Trina.the.boss.
All right.
is
Well,
my
if you-
main
if you
account,
just
and
Google
that's
Evans
where
Safe
we
Harbor,
raise-
it comes up like in
Yep.
17 different
It
ways. So you're
absolutely
good.
does.
Sweet.
Yes, ma'am.
Good for you,
Good
Katrina.
for
Look at you
you.
now.
That is
Thanks for listening to the
awesome.
show.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you very much, you guys.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Merry Christmas. Take care.
Merry Christmas. Have a good day.
Thank you.
You too.
Bye-bye.
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 Kaylee's up. I'm sorry. Kayla is up next. It's 713-390-KRBE. It's called Look at Me Now. Share your story with us. Kayla, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So basically, I'm a product of like teen pregnancy,
Okay.
and my mom had me when she was really young. She was like 16, and so my grandmother raised me,
Okay.
but my parents were still in my life for a while, and they both passed away when I was young. My dad passed when I was 6, and my mom when I was 16.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wow.
And I basically moved out when I was 16.
Okay.
After my mom passed away, I kind of just had a rough few years, quit school and
Where'd you
everything.
go? Like, where'd you go and what'd you do? Like, how'd you live?
So basically, I would go from different family members' house until the guy that I was seeing at the time had a place to live.
Why
And
did you
then
leave
we
your
just-
grandma at 16 when your mom died? I'm just curious. Why would you leave like what you know? Why did you leave your grandma's house?
So we had a lot of issues at home as well with my grandmother. She picked up some bad habits.
Oh, okay.
So it was a
because
toxic
my mom-
environment.
Yeah, it was a very
Okay.
toxic environment. It's not very supportive. And so, yeah. And I ended up dropping out of high school. And I had my first daughter right when I turned 18.
Okay.
And I just had a lot of issues.
Did you have to deal with drug and alcohol problems?
Not me personally, but a lot of my family had them.
Okay.
So I kind of tried to distance myself from that.
Good for
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
So then
And,
it's a pretty rough go that your parents have both passed away by the time you're 16. Your grandmother has a toxic environment. You leave, you meet a guy, you're with him, you have a baby at 18. And then now where are you now? Kayla, like what's the other side of the story now as you're an adult?
Yes, now I am in my early 30s. I have 4 beautiful kids, an amazing husband, and I just started my own small business.
Oh, what kind of business?
Sweet.
I do housekeeping and home organization.
Oh, good for you.
That's a big one.
That is big,
Home
yeah.
organization,
People
honey.
need those
Don't
organizers.
we all need it? Declutter and organize. Thank you very much. Kayla, how's it going for you? Like, how do people find you? Like, are you getting enough customers to maintain, like, to sustain a good income?
I'm just starting, so I was a full-time stay-at-home mom for like 7 years.
Which is a full-time job, yeah.
Yeah. And I just started over the summer. I
Okay.
went back to work.
So if somebody wants to hire you to be an organizer, how do they reach out to you?
I'm really only on Facebook right now.
Okay. And
There's a lot of people
what's
that are
that
on
what's that
Facebook.
Facebook handle if you'd like to give it out? Maybe, turn some people on to your business.
4D Cleaning Company.
4D Cleaning Company.
Yes, because I have 4 kids,
Oh, okay.
and all of their names start with D.
Well, that's cute.
Oh, look at you.
That's cool.
What are the ages of your kids now, from the oldest to the youngest?
My oldest is 14, and then I have a 12-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 2.5-year-old.
Wow, that's a busy mama.
Yep.
Well, you got to if you're an organized person with 4 kids, if you can organize your own space, you can organize somebody else's space.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of stuff you got to deal with.
When you get on different platforms, contact us and we'll try and help you out.
Okay, thank you so much.
Well, Kayla, thanks for listening to the Rule and Ryan Show. You have a great holiday season. Take care.
Y'all too.
Thank you so
Aw,
much.
Have a great day.
And, I got to give her props too for getting herself out of that toxic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
After her mom died,
Sometimes
she had her grandma going down the wrong
Your
road.
options are so limited when you're born into a world of turmoil and you have
For
nobody
sure.
that you can rely on.
Real quick, let me throw this text out there before we go. This person says, I turned 30 years old on the 20th of this month. I turned 30 on the 20th of this month. I started smoking when I was 11 years old, and I have not had one cigarette since right before Halloween.
Good for you.
So they just wanted to mark that. That is a major triumph. Bravo. Look at you. I hope you keep up with
That's
it.
a long time.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick,
11 years old.
Good.
I just wanted to
Holy
throw this
smokes.
out real quick, Rula.
Smokes. Ah, no pun intended. Sorry. I didn't mean that. You know what I mean? You were saying what, Ryan?
I saw a quote. I get these little inspirational quotes, and this one really stuck with me.
Is this the one at the end of your email when you send email?
No.
Ryan Chase's quotes.
But I like this. It says, the way people treat you is a statement about who they are as human beings. It's not a statement about you.
It doesn't feel that way, though, when you're getting the rough end of that. But yes, it's something
You got to
think
remind
about.
yourself that, though.
It is brought to you by Innovative Lasers of Houston. All right. So if you are a fan, or at least at one time were a fan of Titanic, then when the 1998 film came out, actually 97 film came out, you may have been excited to get it on VHS when it was released. And it
You
was
had to get it
so
on
long.
two
It was
copies.
It was 2 tapes.
Oh, wow.
A lot of people are like, well, what are you talking about? Yeah, it was 2 VHS tapes when Titanic was released to the public to purchase. If you didn't get the DVD because it was so expensive, you had the VHS double tapes.
So you could not watch this movie in its entirety. You had to plop one tape out and then put another one in to finish it.
Because it was long. Well, there's a dude in Florida named JD, and for some reason, JD wants to collect 1 million copies of Titanic on VHS.
Why?
That's about 1 in 25 that were in existence. Why does he want to do this? Well, he's a guy that likes to make news by collecting stuff. The last thing collected was it? Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's all things Titanic for him. There was another guy that collected Jerry Maguire VHS. And he did like a pop-up of like the pyramid of Jerry Maguire tapes.
Why do you want this
It's
stuff?
almost like an art
Weird.
piece for them.
Yeah.
But this guy's crazy about Titanic. He actually has a YouTube feed called Titanic Fan 97 because that was when it was made. He had 90 copies originally. Then his original goal was like, I want to have 200 copies. Well, now he wants you to send him your junk, which is now your double VHS tapes of Titanic. It might not be in your house. It might be left at your mom and dad's house. We say, oh, can you come get your crap? You left all your stuff
Yes.
behind, including your double VHS Titanic copies. He has spent a few years already collecting all these double VHS tapes. He claims he already has the world's largest collection of the Titanic soundtrack on CD. But he is asking people to donate their copies to him by actually mailing them to him. You can Google this because I've got the P.O. box.
He
You won't remember
expects
it
you to
now.
pay for the shipping?
He's in Largo, Florida. Mail him your double Titanic tapes.
Why would I
And
do
It's
that?
so odd.
I
Yeah.
have
can
like
be
no
that guy.
motivation to go out of my
No.
way to do something like that.
No, I don't either.
Especially because it's not free. If it was free, I'd be like, oh, what do I do with this?
Dude,
Oh,
you-
this guy
you
wants
pay,
this.
You pay the shipping.
Yeah.
You send me an envelope with a stamp. Maybe I'll consider it. You know?
Right. Yeah, that I'd be cool.
And I
with.
know for sure I owned that, and I know for certain it's still stuck at my mom's
I
house
don't have
somewhere.
any VHS
Somewhere in
anywhere.
a drawer at my mom's house lives the 2 tapes of the VHS.
If he was offering you
Titanic.
like $15 plus free shipping, would you go and find it for $15 or less?
maybe $50. I don't know if 15
You're
is still
like,
motivation for me to go dig through my mom's house and find it.
Man,
But
I
back-
can't even get rid of all these DVDs. I have so many DVDs. They're just like taking up so much space.
Yeah,
And
what
for
do
some
people
reason, I just
do with
don't want to get
DVDs?
rid of them, but I don't know what to do with them. You know, I used to have a Suburban that had a DVD player in it, and that was awesome because you put the DVD in, the kids would listen to a movie, you could listen to a movie, and that's it. But now everything is stream.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have that
That's just
anymore.
it. Like when I go to the grocery store and I see an end cap where they're selling like a new release movie, like I saw the Tom Cruise new
oh, yeah,
Mission
they
Impossible.
do that now. They still do
It's
that.
like
I haven't even
who,
noticed
I wonder
that.
Yeah,
who's
yeah,
the
at the
person that's
checkout
buying
line.
that. Like who's buying that impulse buy at the grocery
But
store?
I
Because you
mean-
can stream it anywhere.
Well, you have a DVD player, yes. I
Yeah.
guess maybe somewhere. Mine's not connected anymore since we moved. We had to disconnect our DVD player.
Right.
And I have not reconnected it because I haven't
It's still
going to
be there though because it's in a cloud. Like all my purchases that I
look,
made
not
on
everybody
cable
is
are still there.
technology up. You know what I mean? They're not up on technology, right? There's plenty of people who just aren't going to stream. They're not going to pay for it again. They already paid for it once. They have a $30 DVD player connected to their TV. It's just fine. But I am curious to know, now that you mentioned that, about the checkout line. That is true. Right now, the checkout line if we
Walk
send
across
to
the street
Kroger
to
over there
Kroger.
or Randall's over there,
Yeah.
there is a little cardboard cutout feature stand-up thing of whatever the new movie is or the holiday movies
Yeah.
on DVD. That is absolutely the truth.
And I
right
always
now.
wonder who's the
But
one that's
who's-
buying that because it's never empty. It's always filled.
Our texters are. People are obsessed.
They're the ones buying them.
Yes. You already have 2 offers, Ryan, over here to take your DVDs from
I have
you.
over 500 DVDs.
I think
I'm
there's-
not giving them away.
Oh.
Well,
Well,
you might
I don't
want to.
know if they are going to pay you, but.
This person says I still use my DVD player every single night. I just bought a Blu-ray movie a couple nights
They're
ago.
good to have, like when
Whoa.
you know, like say if whatever service you
never-
have goes down and there's nothing to watch.
Or this,
Then
or
you
you
can
don't have
plop
it.
one
This
in.
texter says we are all old school. We only buy DVDs. We have no streaming services. A lot of people do want your DVDs.
Why?
Well, because I mean it's expensive. Look how much money we talk about.
Cheaper
We're
to
just throwing
stream
away
than to buy all those damn movies.
for you. But you know what? Streaming is. What have we said a million times over? You sign up for a streaming service. You forget you even have it. Every month, it's getting taken charged to your credit card, and only when your credit card gets compromised or for some reason you don't want that card anymore, do you realize how many things you're paying.
Oh,
for
I know. I got that wake-up
without
call.
Realizing you're paying for it.
Do you remember a couple weeks ago when my daughter compromised my credit card and all my auto drafts? I had like over 30 auto drafts that were canceled. I'm like, wow, I don't need this. hey, Faith, that wasn't such a bad thing you did. Because it's like I basically am saving a ton of money now. It's like,
There's
I can't
one
believe
app
I
that,
had
like-
AMC Plus. I guess because back in the day, I loved Walking Dead. I'm like, man, I've been paying for this crap for years.
Well, there's one thing that my kids downloaded on either my iPad for work that I was using during COVID or my husband's iPad that we recycled to them. And I can't figure out how to make it die because you can go in there and you can say I don't want this anymore, but it won't let me kill it. And it's $9.99 a month. We had
no.
It was
Hold
like
up.
yes,
There's
There's
a
an
way-
800 number on there
Yeah,
somewhere.
you can call a
Yes.
number, speak to a
haven't
physical
told Tasha,
person.
I go, seriously, I am not winning this battle with this Apple charge. This Apple
How
charge
funny.
won't die. I'm trying to kill this app and I can't kill it. There's other apps I've killed, but not that one. $9.99. I'm like, whoa.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
I know. So how many things do you have right now that Apple is just like squeezing out of your bank account for?
They're not the
$1.99?
worst, though.
99 cents,
of all-
$2.99.
Of all the streaming services, like I'd have to keep Netflix over anything else and then Amazon. But I pay for Peacock Premium and they changed the whole thing. So now Peacock Premium has commercials and now I had to go one notch higher and go Peacock Premium Plus. And I'm like,
While
damn.
you still pay
There
for
it is.
Peacock.
I'm like,
Premium.
damn, this is more than Netflix and it's not
Just
worth
paying
it.
more and more.
Well, here's
and
what
more.
got me. I downloaded HBO Max. Originally when I wanted to watch whatever, maybe it was the Friends reunion. It was like $14.99. It's free for the first 30 days. So what did I do? In my cell phone, I always put on the 30 on the
You got to
29th
remember
day,
to cancel that.
I put the reminder, cancel your HBO Max. So I canceled. I thought I canceled HBO Max, and then I decided, well, let me get it back again. So then I paid for it again, and I knew I was paying for it. Fine. We have DirecTV. It comes free with DirecTV.
Yeah, because
Sorry.
Max, if you
I
have
got 2 of
HBO,
them.
if you have HBO, you automatically get Max for free. So if you're buying that, you're paying for it unnecessarily.
Yeah, I'm getting it twice, which is so ridiculous. But how many people need to take like a forensic accounting of all of the stuff they've
for
got
sure.
going on? Kevin, is this as frugal as you are? Does this happen to you? Or are you so
I
frugal
can't
that
imagine
you're
this
not in
happened.
this?
Oh, no. I do not sign up for anything. I'm getting
No.
it free from mom on her T-Mobile senior account.
So you're a big
And-
proponent
Yeah.
of piracy.
But there's not
Yes.
even anything Apple
then-
related that you're paying for. You don't realize maybe
That
an
I'm-
app.
I think I'm now paying for Apple Plus. I think we fell out of that free window.
Free window.
Yeah, but it's worth it because we watched a lot of stuff on there. But this weekend we started watching stuff on Freevee. Freevee?
Oh
It's
yeah.
an
I
app.
talked about that.
Yeah.
FREEVEE.
Yes. However,
It's like Pluto. There's no.
there's
sign
a
up.
lot
It's
of
really,
commercials.
really
A lot of
grainy.
commercials.
We tried to watch The American with George Clooney the other night
Okay.
because I had never seen it.
Oh, you never saw that?
Don't watch it.
No.
It is not.
No, not
it is
good.
not good.
I
It
don't
is
even
so
remember.
boring. I was like, this is finally going to go somewhere. No. Also, watch Stella Got Her Groove Back. It was not so groovy.
Is it because maybe you were younger and was that the first time, and now you're like, well,
You're
I'm an
not-
adult now, and that's
Yeah.
not
No,
Maybe.
financially responsible.
Kevin, you're not exactly the target demographic for that movie either.
I know.
Why? What do you mean? It's like anybody who likes anybody who's finding a second life.
It's a chick flick, though.
after heartache.
Kev loves chick flicks.
And
he
I didn't
watches
realize-
them all the time. The Notebook. He
It was
cries.
based on a true
He
story.
He does not cry in Notebook.
I don't
Does
see that. I don't see
Maybe he does cry. We don't know. It's okay.
He's very stoic.
He's
Not
very
a lot
It's
of
good to
emotion.
cry.
He watched this puppy this weekend and just put your tears on the puppy.
Oh yeah,
Kevin,
I saw
do you
your
cry
post
at
of that little
anything?
Rover puppy you were watching. How long do you have that dog for?
We just had the dog for the weekend. I'm going to call that dog Nibbles because
Nibbles.
instead of licking things, it would do. This is what it would do. Okay.
So it likes
It's
to
like
bite.
nibble on you or nibble on
that's
the
sweet.
blanket. Before he laid down, he had a nibble.
Well, thank
All
God you
over
didn't
the
call him
blanket.
nipples.
It's just
You
being
didn't want him nibbling those.
Nipple nibbler.
I hope they're not listening.
It's so wrong. It's so wrong. It can't be right.
All right, this is brought to you by Duncan. I want to put the word out there. Last Thursday, I was supposed to do that art show, and then we got a damn monsoon, and that really kept people away. So Art Museum TX in Sugarland Town Square. This Wednesday, I've got all these paintings. I know I talked about it all last week, but God, the weather happened.
They were
and then,
watercolors. They all started
No,
crying.
thank God they did
They
not.
started dripping in the rain.
So Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m., please come out to Art Museum TX in Sugarland Town Square. It's right next to City Hall. And pick yourself up a painting. I make it really affordable. Y'all, I basically am giving these paintings away. It costs this money to buy the canvas. It costs this money for the paints, and I'm selling them at cost. You get an original piece of work, artwork that I've done. Every penny will benefit Texas Children's Hospital. So please come out from 6 to 8 p.m. on Wednesday night. This is take 2. We're going to try this again. We've already checked the weather. Weather's going to be good. So please come on out. As far as football, Texas A&M is going to end its season in Houston, Texas. So A&M of the Southeastern Conference is going to face Oklahoma State of the Big 12 in the Texas Bowl, Energy Stadium, December 27th. Other football news, of course. The Texans beat the Broncos 22-17. Came at a cost, though. Tank Dell out for the season after suffering a fractured fibula. And let's see. A week after firing Dana Holgerson as head coach, Houston Cougars have his replacement. Willie Fritz is coming over from Tulane to take over. The school announced this yesterday morning. So lots of Houston, Texas football news. And by the way, Hanukkah starts December 7th this year, which means celebrations of the Festival of Lights are taking place all across Houston. Go to Cron.com. They've got a cool little article listing where all the different celebrations are taking place. And that's what's going down in H-Town.